The subcommittee will come to order. Here's sort of the order of battle today. I'll make an opening statement. Senator Whitehouse, I think Senator Feinstein would like to make one, and I think if Senator Grassley comes, he will certainly be allowed to do so. The title of this hearing is Extremist Content and Russian Disinformation Online, Working with Tech-Defined Solutions. That's exactly what we want to do, so we're here to try to find solutions. Let me describe, I think, the challenge. I doubt if I would be here if it weren't for social media, to be honest with you. President Trump told Fox News on October the 20th, 2017. So this is the President of the United States saying that from his point of view, social media was an invaluable tool to help him win an election. I would dare say that every politician up here today asking you questions uses your service, and we find it invaluable to communicate with our constituents and get our message out. Not only do we use it, not only did the President use it, millions of Americans use your technology to share the first step of a grandchild, to talk about good and bad things in our lives, and I would like to say to all of you, you've enriched America. We have more information available to us because of what you do. We can find almost an answer to any question. When was the Pentagon built? We can share aspects of our lives with those who mean the most to us. And we can talk among ourselves in 140 characters. Some people are better than that than others. Some people should probably do less of it. But the bottom line is these technologies also can be used to undermine our democracy and put our nation at risk. The platforms that I've just described that add value to individual American lives and to our country also can be used by terrorists to recruit in cyber world people to their cause, can be used by foreign governments. We've seen an example of that in 2016 to create chaos within our democracy. Information is power. Ideas are the essence of democracy, the exchange of ideas. Being able to criticize each other is one of the things that we cherish the most. But what we have to be on guard as a nation is having people who want to undermine our way of life using these platforms against us, and I think this is the national security challenge of the 21st century. Here's what General Petraeus said about jihadists online. Jihadists have shown particular facility in exploiting ungoverned or even inadequately governed spaces in the Islamic world. They're also exploiting the vast, largely ungoverned spaces in cyberspace, demonstrating increasing technical expertise, sophistication in media production, and agility in the face of various efforts to limit its access. It is clear that our counter-extremism efforts and other initiatives to combat extremism online have, until now, been inadequate. I think that's a fair statement. And the purpose of this hearing is to figure out how we can help you. I believe that each of you in your own way are taking these problems seriously. The one thing I can say without a doubt, what we're doing collectively is not working. You had a foreign government apparently buying thousands of dollars worth of advertising to create discontent and discord in the 2016 election. You have foreign entities going to websites to create fights among Americans like we don't have enough to fight about on our own. So the bottom line is these platforms are being used by people who wish us harm and wish to undercut our way of life. If you're a man like Putin, democracy is your worst nightmare. If you live in Putin's Russia, the idea of exchanging information about what's good and bad about your government is something you dare not do because you won't last very long. So to those who wish to undermine the American way of life, they found portals into our society that are intermingled with everyday life, and the challenge of this hearing and of this focus is to how do we keep the good and deal with the bad. We'll never be 100% perfect, but the goal is to be better than we are today. And to the extent that legislation can help, we'd like to know about what we could do to help. To the extent that the status quo is acceptable, we all want to be on the record and say it is not. So with that, I'll turn it over to Senator Whitehouse.